Hi, my name is Craig McDonald, and I'm about to show you something that has truthfully never been seen before. I'm a real estate agent, just like yourself if you're watching this, and have a curiosity of mine that tend to wonder a lot. And I was listening to a podcast one day with the founder of Zappos talking about the lifetime value of a Zappos client. And it was unbelievably remarkable what and how large and what one person actually meant to that organization. So what I ended up doing is contracting with the University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana to do a research project on what was the lifetime value of a real estate client. If that value was so high with a company that was just simply selling shoes, our checks are pretty good size. And I had a wondering and a curiosity of what the lifetime value of one of our clients are. We all chase leads. We all do Zillow. Don't get me started on Zillow. We all do these shiny object things to acquire new leads, to get into our system and trying to convert them into clients. I'm the same way and still to a certain degree the same way, just like you. But after this study, we've made a claim that we can turn one client into $300,000 worth of commission. And it's not a claim, it's the absolute truth. Let me show you how the math works. And this model is something that not some real estate agent built on a spreadsheet. It actually was done over a 16-week period with hours and hours of research, taking in many different variables and then putting them together to show us what one single person can mean to you and your business. They used me kind of as a study. I bought my first condo when I was about 25 years old, somewhere in this range right here. I am now, unfortunately, about 55, so it has been quite some time ago. As you know, the National Association of Realtors tell us that the average time a person spends in their home is about 7 years. And what we learned, though, is the value of the client has very little to do with how many times that actual person buys and sells with you. Oh, it's nice, don't get me wrong, and you want to have repeat clients, but the real value of that person is actually having them referring you people through those 7-year processes. So as you can see in our model here, we use that somebody stays in a home 7 years. Another assumption that was made is as people move up through the economic cycle, they actually refer people of like kind. So my friend bought a $250,000 house. I buy a $250,000 house. We refer people that buys $250,000 homes. I think you get the drift. We also assumed that the price of the home increase was a very conservative number at 33%. Most people move up into homes that are simply much larger than that. But again, we were pretty conservative in our estimates. The starting price here is that we bought a home at $150,000, which is, again, probably in your market below the average price. It is a little bit below the average price in my market as well, too. But what we learned was this, and it changed forever how I thought about my business and how I wanted to conduct business from that day forward. The value of somebody literally is how many referrals they give you and how many you convert of those referrals in a relationship. If somebody gives you one referral per 7 years and you convert one, still not a bad number for $189,000 worth of commission income. But our job is to stay in touch with that person giving them the information they need to where every referral and every conversion increases the value of that person. It made me think, what am I teaching my team? What should I be teaching my team? What do these people want to hear, which was a subsequent study, and where do they want to hear this information that I'm trying to get to them? We all have our email campaigns to our 33 touches or whatever it might be, but the open rate of those campaigns is pretty paltry at best. We may try to contact our people by phone, but what we have learned in the subsequent studies are people want to be communicated with where they're hanging out. And today where they're hanging out, and tomorrow where they're going to hang out, and for the foreseeable future is on social media. So how do I maximize these platforms to hang out where my sphere is hanging out? 95% of all the people you have in your sphere will be on one of these social media platforms. Actually, your social media platform is now becoming your database. These numbers will dictate, say you're in a high-end marketplace at 400,000. That's one client. Say they come into lifestyle a little later and they buy their first house at 35. And let's bring this number down again. That is one client, one single person, if worked properly, that can be worth that amount of commission to your bottom line over your lifetime. What person in your database is that person? You don't know. I didn't know, because most of the communications we sent to them simply went right down the drain. We're going to show you how to maximize what those people wanted to hear, why they wanted to hear it, where they wanted to hear it at, and the exact process of how to implement that program to turn very few people into your database, literally into millions of dollars worth of commission.